the President, Vice President, and all civil officers of the U.S. shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors. So to be removed from office, the House has to vote to impeach you, and then the Senate has to convict you. The Senate's not going to convict Mayorkas either way.
No, because the Senate is a bunch of knuckleheads.
We're waiting for the next vote.
All right. Here we go ahead. Hey, guys.
15 minutes up. Hold on.
Hold on.
It says time remaining 7:40.
Okay.
But this is the first vote. This is not the impeachment vote.
No.
Impeachment vote expected in about 15 minutes. Smedley says incompetence isn't a crime, even if it should be.
Well, tell that
to thanks the Ringa X. I really appreciate it. The Ringa X. Thanks for your support.
Okay, so what is going on there? We're waiting for that vote for the impeachment of Homeland Security because he doesn't do his job. He says the border is closed. He said there's no problem, but there's illegal aliens coming across the country. We had illegal aliens beat up 2 police officers in New York. We have illegal aliens getting money from them instead of getting it to our veterans and the people that have on food stamps. Those people are getting more money than the food stamps or our veterans. So that's why we're going to, the House is going to try to impeach him. It's going to be on record. So we're going to go ahead and go back over here and find out what they're doing another vote on sending money to the state of Israel. You hear the people, the knuckleheads on the squad. They don't like Israel. So here we go. We'll go back here.
You see my pointer is? That is Speaker Johnson right there.
So, guys, thank you guys for coming in. We're watching, listening to Agenda 3. He's good with news. He is not a national news network.
Still looking to see if I have any more updates for you about this impeachment vote.
So we are waiting.
We don't know for sure. We don't know if they have enough votes. We're not even sure.
Yeah. It takes
if they're going to have the vote.
Yeah, now Republicans are going to vote against the impeachment. I'll get the names of them, and yes, we're going to throw them out of office.
Currently, 2 Republicans have said they are no's.
Yeah, I want to know who those
Depending
2.
on how many people show up for the vote, it sounds like Republicans can only lose 3 or 4 votes.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 or 3 votes. No, 2 or 3 votes. It sounds like either 3 or 4 no's would be enough to make it so the impeachment does not pass.
Yeah. I mean, the border is wide open.
The vote you're watching is not the impeachment vote.
No.
It is the next vote.
Okay. So
after this one. Brian says, why would they do this if they don't have the votes? It's not certain the vote will happen. If they don't have the votes to pass it, it might not happen.
Yeah.
You are looking live at the House right now.
So we are just waiting for what's going on with this. They are voting on sending money to the Jewish state. So we're going to wait like everybody else is to find out what's going on. Thanks to my buddy Agenda Free. I like him. He is Yeah, he's fair and balanced. Yes.
I guess there's 3 minutes and 13 seconds left in this current vote. So
Yeah.
it says 3:09. So about 3 minutes out, 3 minutes left in this vote.
Hmm.
Um,
So we're gonna go ahead and do that.
Max Rem says this charade achieves nothing. Mort 730 says all they're good at is voting on impeachment, not passing legislation.
Well,
It
because
looks like the big border deal that was made in the Senate, where a bipartisan group of senators agreed on much stronger new border legislation. That looks like it's going to fail. It's not even going to pass the Senate because Republicans are not going to vote on it. They're not going to vote for it.
So let me go ahead. We're waiting on that. Give me a second. I gotta find my headset.
The New York Times says the House pressed toward a vote tonight on impeaching Secretary of Homeland Security Secretary Mayorkas on charges he has willfully refused to enforce border laws and breached the public trust, as Republicans pursue a partisan indictment of President Biden's immigration policies. By the way, this isn't the Times. Depending on on how many people show up, they can only afford 2 or 3 defections. It sounds like. Two Republicans, Ken Buck and Tom McClintock, this is me talking now, have already said they're going to vote no. They have both said that they are concerned that if the Republicans, both Tom McClintock and Ken Buck, Republicans, think that this an impeachment vote would be unconstitutional, that the conduct of Mayorkas does not meet the standard required for impeachment, and they think it would set a dangerous precedent because they think that if Republicans vote to impeach this member of Biden's cabinet, then in the future you could have Democrats voting to impeach Republican cabinet members for a Republican president who didn't deserve to be impeached.
Well, this guy does.
Actually, the New York Times article I'm looking at says Republican skeptics have privately warned, a couple have publicly warned, that if the House impeaches Mr. Mayorkas now, making him the first sitting cabinet member to suffer that fate because the one in 1876 resigned right before the vote, future Republican cabinet members could be subjected to the same treatment. The New York Times article says Republicans are pressing forward despite the assessment of legal experts, including some prominent conservatives, that Mr. Mayorkas has not committed high crimes and misdemeanors, the constitutional threshold for impeachment. House Democrats are accusing Republicans of misusing a constitutional tool meant to be used only against officials who have committed crimes or abused their offices.
They abuse the office because they don't do their job.
Okay, this vote is the clock is up on this vote right here. This is not the impeachment vote; it's on an Israel bill, but the clock is 0. So we're waiting to see what happens next. From everything I've heard, the next vote is on the impeachment vote. So question number 1 is, are they still going to go through with the impeachment vote? Because if they don't have the votes to pass it, they might not. But we're about to hear that. You'd think if they actually go through with the impeachment vote, Republicans will think they have the votes. Rose Marks says Fox says the vote will start at 6:15. That looks like it's a good estimate. I think Chad Pergram from Fox said that. We read that earlier. Thanks to our member, All That's Random. And also Stone River, thanks for your support. Quick thanks to our moderators as we wait for the impeachment vote. We have Mike J is moderating, thank you. BZ is moderating. I know RJ has been over there. Linda, Belk, and Larry over on X, on Twitch. Thanks to Big Ball of Yarn, David Green, Idaho Star. I got that fire, Papa Bear, and Sharon C54. And over on Facebook, Kay Lowry Body has been there, Margaret Riley, Christina Neal. Thanks to all of our moderators. Any moment now, we should hear something new. And we still are not even, we don't know if the vote will pass. Oh, Jamie Dupree says Republican Representative Gallagher gives us a no comment on the Mayorkas vote while walking to the House floor. So Gallagher is one of the publicly undecideds, I believe. So we still don't know how he's going to vote.
All right.
That's Mike Gallagher. He just gave a no comment to Jamie Dupree. We're just waiting here. This vote is just finishing up. The next vote is supposed to be the impeachment vote. Dave Jeffrey thinks that means that Gallagher is another no.
I think the Republicans
Borky
want to get
Gallagher
this
will
on
probably
record.
fold.
I think the Republicans want to have this on record. So the Republicans that vote no.
We're just waiting to hear something, guys, here. What is going to happen? Does Republicans, does Speaker Johnson even know how everybody's going to vote?
Then they will vote them out.
The House vote to impeach Homeland Security.
They will vote
you know what,
those people out.
Will the House vote to impeach Mayorkas? I just started a poll over there on YouTube. We did one earlier. Earlier it was like 55-45 said no on YouTube and like 70-30 said no on Twitch. That prediction about whether this impeachment vote would be successful.
If they vote no.
This vote you're looking at is an Israel bill. All right, right now on YouTube, we're seeing 55, about half and half, 55% of our YouTube viewers who are voted have said that the House will vote to impeach Mayorkas. 45% say no. And over there on Twitch, it's kind of close. On Twitch, it's 54-46, and on YouTube, it's 53-37. Wow. Our viewership is split on this. So 53-47 say yes, they will vote to impeach him on Mayorkas, but basically split in YouTube. And on Twitch, it's now 55 say no, 57-43. So 57%, actually it's like 55% say no on Twitch and 45% say yes. We're just waiting to hear now. This vote you're looking at is the previous vote. Looks like this vote is basically over. We're just waiting to hear something from the floor right now. I'm wrapping up the YouTube's. The YouTube poll ended up 54% say yes, they will impeach him. 45% say no. 61% say no on Twitch. It is 6:12 p.m., guys. Will the Republicans have enough votes? So again, we're just waiting to hear something about the next vote. What will we hear?
Mm-hmm.
Are they having the vote? That's a big deal. It's possible we'll hear in a few seconds they'll say like we're not having the vote, or we are having the vote. Sal thinks it is not happening. Our viewer Sal thinks they're not going to have the vote, which could happen if they don't think they have the votes to pass it. Do I have any more updates here? Nope, not yet. Rinda Lynn says too many in the room not to have the vote. I don't know if people in the room know if they're having the vote. Katie Did says not going to happen today. Deadwing says regardless if it gets to the Senate, they will vote no impeachment. Technically, they will vote to not convict. The impeachment vote is in the House, and the vote on whether to convict is in the Senate, but the Senate is not going to vote to convict Mayorkas. But if the House votes to impeach him, he is technically impeached. But to be thrown out of office, he needs to be impeached and convicted. It's 6:15, guys. It's 6:15. We're waiting. Politico has an article, Johnson's Risky Impeachment Bet. And in that article, they say, while GOP leaders have telegraphed confidence they will have the numbers to impeach Mayorkas, they can only afford to lose 3 Republicans if there's full attendance. That number might be 4 Republicans if some people don't show up. And they still have several holdouts and stated no votes from Republican Representatives Ken Buck and Tom McClintock. As leadership allies publicly warned the vote could get pulled at the last second. House Republicans have put in months of behind-the-scenes work, says Politico, to try to shore up GOP support for impeaching a cabinet secretary for the first time since 1876.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the holdouts include Patrick McHenry from North Carolina, Brian Fitzpatrick of Pennsylvania, David Joyce of Ohio, Maria Salazar of Florida, and I think Mike Gallagher of Wisconsin. The Mayorkas impeachment, says Politico, the Mayorkas impeachment effort has drawn growing criticism from Republican allied pundits and constitutional experts, including some of former President Trump's then impeachment defense team. Alan Dershowitz, who defended Trump during his first impeachment trial, said last week that Mayorkas had not committed bribery, treason, or high crimes and misdemeanors, which is what the Constitution requires for impeachment. We are still waiting for this vote. Indeed, waiting to hear for sure this vote is happening. No one knows. Well, I don't know. Maybe somebody knows. Maybe Speaker Johnson knows. It's currently 6:18 p.m.
No.
Will they have this vote? Parker sent me this. I don't know really what. I don't know if this has anything to do with the vote. Olivia Beavers has spotted Representative Dean Phillips getting hugs and handshakes on the House GOP side. Well, he is running technically against Biden for the presidential nomination. So I haven't heard that there's any kind of new people changing their votes.
Mm-hmm.
We're still waiting. We are still waiting. We should hear something more at any time. I Am To Bear thinks they won't have the vote. I Am To Bear says this is theater. The only cabinet secretary to be impeached was William Belknap in 1876, who was unanimously impeached by the House for corruption. And he resigned shortly before that vote. That's the only one. So technically, if Mayorkas gets impeached by the House, he'd be the first acting cabinet secretary to be impeached ever.
Uh-huh.
Steve Warrington says, even if it's theater where it's to bring awareness to our southern border, we are being invaded.
Yep.
Yes, the time has run out on the vote that's already on the screen right now, but I don't really know we're just waiting for something to happen.
Yeah, I'm just going to check on here. I forgot to do
You don't
it.
really have this that much where you have a vote coming up and you don't know how it's going to go,
Mm-hmm.
or even technically if it's going to happen. So we just don't know. We're just waiting to find out.
Yeah. Just waiting for that.
Jen Ferry, our viewer, says, I haven't heard what the high crimes and misdemeanors are. Anyone? Has anyone?
Yeah, well,
Oh, this is interesting. Olivia Beavers points out that 427 people showed up for this vote, which was more than a vote earlier today. I think I think 5 members missed the vote earlier and 4 members missed it this time. The earlier vote today, Jamie Dupree was talking about this. In an earlier vote today in the House, Jamie Dupree said, where is it here?
All right, recent.
Yeah, there were 3 Republicans, 3 Democrats not there earlier today,
Yeah.
and 2 Republicans who missed both votes earlier. And in this vote, 1 Republican missed it, and 1. Oh, I'm sorry, I messed up. It looks like only 2 members did not. Yes, only 2 members missed this vote. Only 2 members, and one is, I think, Steve Scalise, who's not going to be there.
Why is he not gonna be there?
Am I right about that? But I don't know if, given the number of people showing up, if the Republicans can lose either 3 or 2 votes. Scalise is not yet. Jacob Rubashkin says that Steve Scalise is out of it, now won't be there because of health reasons. He's with Inside Elections. So, as Jacob Rubashkin says, with Steve Scalise as Republican who's not there, that means that there's, if you count, normally it's 219 Republicans and 212 Democrats. If Steve Scalise is not there, which he's not going to be, that's 218 Republicans and 212 Democrats. So if so you would need 216 yes. If only Steve Scalise misses the vote, that means you have 430 people voting, which means you would need 216 yes votes, which means you could only have 2 no votes.
And that's what we have.
And there's already 2 Republicans who said they vote no. So it's not clear exactly how many people will show up for the vote, but it's possible that the Republicans can only have 2 no votes, and there are already 2 no votes. So it's possible they can't lose any more people. But it just depends on how many people show up, because you have to have a majority of the people who vote.
Yeah.
This is not the impeachment vote. This is the previous vote.
Mm-hmm.
Here's this post by Jacob Rubashkin basically saying Scalise is out for health reasons. So if one more no besides the 2 Republicans who've already said they vote no will sink the vote if everybody but except Scalise votes.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if 2 people miss the impeachment vote, that would mean there's 429 voting, meaning you have to have.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what is going on? Thank you for coming in. We're waiting on the vote for the impeachment of the Homeland Security because he didn't. He lied on the Congress saying the border is open. This is the Z show. This is the Z show, the main channel. Wait on that vote right now. So I am watching that. I got a friend of mine that's doing it. Well, he's a good guy. Basically, I'm going to talk about this real quickly. The Homeland Security Director has not done his job. He has lied under oath, telling that the border is closed, but it's actually not. We have people, illegals, in New York City beating up on police officers. We had people that were MS-13 that were carried to a border 5 times and killing people. We had one in Texas, MS-13 member that was deported 6 times and killed a cheerleader a month ago. And he says the border is closed, but we have a lot of people coming in, which they said the border's closed, but it's not. So that's why I'm doing this here. They're going to do the vote. Let me get back onto the guys. We're waiting for the vote to start. So that's why I'm doing that. But we have Better Noah and Kuz Nuts in the house. Thank you guys for coming in. So we're still waiting on the vote. We're going to do it live. Let me go ahead and put this. Okay, so basically, yeah, that's what we're going to talk about on this channel. It's a vote to impeach a guy that has not done his job. And you're going to say, well, does it affect me? Yes, it affects you. Your taxes are going up because you're paying for services that these illegals are getting and our veterans are not. That's why I'm so pissed off right now. If you all did not know, a couple of days ago, a group of illegals beat up a New York City police officer. They're arrested and they're released, no bail, and then 3 of them escaped. Thank the Lord they got caught in Arizona, and now they're getting ready to go back to New York. So our borders are not closed, people. I'm just saying. The money they are spending in New York City and Chicago, instead of for our veterans, they're spending on these illegals. They could just turn them back. And the border is not, you know what? Yeah. So that's what I'm doing today on this channel. Regular scheduled channel will be on the Z show. Let me go ahead and see what's going on. Put my friend back on.
It sounds like it's not even that; it's on something else. Jake Sherman reports that this vote is unrelated, and the impeachment and Israel votes are coming up next. I'm not really worried about the Israel thing. It's for purposes of this stream, we're talking about the impeachment vote. He said the House has been voting on an unrelated bill for about 40 minutes now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that is the thing. We're waiting for the impeachment votes. As of right now, they're talking about the Israel vote, the vote for sending this bill by itself for supporting our Jewish state. As of right now, the vote, Republicans are 216. Democrats are 211. They're still voting.
Parker mentioned that Olivia Beavers said Speaker Johnson and a big crowd of leadership staff are huddling right now on the House floor.
That
was 8 minutes ago. Maybe they're still there.
So that's what I'm doing.
Thanks, Parker, for writing.
And yes, this is what I'm doing. I'm getting some hours on this channel.
Oh, GOP leadership huddle breaking up. Johnson's now heading to the podium.
Okay.
Olivia Beavers says Speaker Johnson is heading to the podium. Can we see him? Let me remove myself from this. Can you see Speaker Johnson up here somewhere? I don't know. Is that him right? Maybe right there? Right there? Is that him right there?
Yeah, I think so. He's leaving.
Right there? Something's happening. We're going to hear something soon, guys.
All right,
here we go. Let's see what happens. So this vote. Don't worry about this vote. This vote that just finished is not the impeachment vote. We're going to hear right now whether the impeachment vote's happening.
All right.
Here we go.
We're waiting.
On this vote, the yeas are 427. The nays are 2. 2/3 being in the affirmative. The rules are suspended. The bill is passed. And without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
Okay.
All right, so what's happening?
Clause 1C of Rule 19, further consideration of House Resolution 863 will now resume. The clerk will report the title.
Okay, here we go.
House Calendar number 60, House Resolution 863, resolution impeaching Alejandro Nicolas Mayorkas, Secretary of Homeland Security, for high crimes and misdemeanors.
The question is on the adoption of the resolution. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. The resolution is
Mr.
agreed to.
Speaker,
Yeah, they
On
have
behalf of
to.
the gentleman from Mississippi seek recognition.
Here we go.
Mr. Speaker, I request the yeas and nays.
The yeas
Here
and
we
nays
go.
are requested.
Here we go. Here's the
Favor to
vote.
By the yeas and nays will rise. A
Here's the
sufficient
vote
number having
coming up.
risen, the yeas and nays are ordered. Members will record their votes by electronic device. This will be a 5-minute vote.
All right. The House is voting now on whether to impeach the Homeland Security Secretary of Mayorkas of for high crimes and misdemeanors. So it's expected to be a very close vote.
Yes.
It's going to be a very close vote. He would be the first acting cabinet secretary ever impeached and only the second cabinet member.
All right, here we go. They're doing the votes right now.
Gallagher is a no. Olivia Beavers says Mike Gallagher is a no Republican. That's not good for Republicans.
Ooh.
So there are three no's. There are three no's already among Republicans. Gallagher, Buck, and McClintock. So three might be too many,
No.
but four would definitely be too many, probably.
Okay.
So, but Olivia Beavers, who's a reporter with Politico, she says Gallagher is a no. That makes three no Republicans.
No,
But
no.
only two have voted no so far. But we know of three, supposedly, if Gallagher votes no.
Okay.
There's three. Three Republican no's. We have three Republican no's.
Wow.
So it's going to be very close because the Republicans can maybe lose three depending on how many people show up and vote.
Oh, this is going to be.
Sounds like four is going to be too many.
Okay,
But
so
we have three no's
got 3 no's so
from
far.
Republicans.
3 no's for Republicans.
I honestly don't know.
We need to find out who the names
Three
are
may
so
be
we
too
can get
many
them out
for
of
them to
there.
lose. But four sounds like it'll definitely be too many. All right, only 67 not voted yet. What's going to happen? Remember, Republicans need a majority of the votes, of the people voting. There's got to be more yays than nays.
Mm-hmm.
Evelyn in Maine says nail biting.
Yeah, this is nail biting.
The breaking news, it's going to fail.
Wait.
Oh, no, it's not going to fail. It said 4 for a second. It said 4, and now it went down to 3.
Remember
You
that?
see
3? Yeah,
For a
I
moment,
saw
it said
that.
4 Republican no's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Gallagher is a no vote.
Congress, no vote.
Jennifer Bendry says one more GOP no vote and its impeachment effort is toast. It really could come down to one vote. There are 3 no votes so far,
3 no votes.
but 3 might be enough to sink it. Wow,
What
we
part?
really don't know what's going to happen.
Wow.
What's going to happen? What's going to happen?
Okay, there's still
It
one.
sounds like it's either going to be passed by 1 vote or fail by 1 vote.
Yeah.
25 vote not voted.
Okay, so yeah, this is what they're going to
By the
do.
way, it says 2 minutes left. 2:07 left.
Oh man, this could be.
What's going to happen here?
What's going to happen here? Yeah. I want to find out who these 3. I want to find out who these 3 knows
Jennifer
are.
Bendry with Politico
Okay.
says HuffPost says all eyes on David Joyce, Republican of Ohio, who was squishy about this vote. David Joyce of Ohio has not voted yet. He is on the fence. David Joyce of Ohio, Republican.
Get it? Oh, okay.
According to
Ohio.
multiple reports, he has not voted yet.
You know
David
you
Joyce
know
of
why?
Ohio.
Let me go ahead and turn him down. You know why David Joyce, Ohio? Because
We don't know if it's going to pass.
We remember.
Still don't know.
hold on. So the congressman from Ohio has undecided because let me say this: his 2 key major cities, Cleveland and Cincinnati, are sanctuary cities. They are sanctuary cities. So it's like 3 votes. Three Republicans only voted for 3 of them. One of them, now they got to wait for the final vote. It is 3 Republicans said no. I'm going to find out who they are, and yes, I'm going to be doing some major advertising telling them to vote them out of office.
Joyce is a yes, says Lisa Desjardins. Joyce is a yes. He may get impeached. They may have enough to impeach him.
Uh-oh.
They may have enough to impeach him.
Uh-oh.
Dave Joyce is a yes.
Uh-oh.
It depends on how many people vote. It depends on how many people vote. We still don't know. Dave Joyce is a yes, though.
Ooh,
that's a big one.
That's a big one.
No, 215 is too many. No, it's not. It could be no. Yes, if there are 215 no's, it's going to fail. It's going to fail because Scalise is not voting today, right? From what I heard, Scalise is not voting. He is a Republican. So Republicans would need. I think the one no vote is Scalise. I think the one no vote is Scalise.
No.
I think it's going to fail by 1 vote.
No.
Because Scalise is a Republican and he's not showing up. So you need a majority. You need a majority. It's 215, and that is not enough to pass. I think it's going to fail by 1 vote if everything stays the same. Wow.
Okay. Wow.
House Democrats have full attendance.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that says Olivia Beavers. Looks like impeachment vote on Mayorkas will fail by 1 vote. It's currently 215 to 215.
Oh, man. Oh, somebody's making
So, again, my understanding is that Steve Scalise is not going to be voting, and it's going to stay 215 to 215. Scott Wong said Al Green surprises everyone and shows up and votes no.
Ooh.
Is he a Democrat who is maybe not going to be there? Is that what happened?
Wow. That's surprising.
Yes, Al Green is a Democrat.
Yes, Al Green is a Democrat. If he votes yay,
so if nothing changes, this is going to fail by 1 vote.
Wow. Wow. Well.
Yeah, Steve Scalise is not voting today, as Olivia Beavers say, because he's out because of health reasons. Okay, Olivia Beavers says Homeland Chair Mark Green is having a tense back and forth with Representative Gallagher. So one of the 3 Republicans could change their votes. That could happen. There's McClintock and Buck have already said they're hard no's. So will Mike Gallagher, a Republican from Wisconsin, who we just found out during the vote voted no, he could change his vote and vote yes.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like the only chance for this the impeachment to pass is for Gallagher to change his vote.
Come on, Gallagher.
Oh, Olivia Beavers reports that Homeland Chair Mark Green walks away shaking his head, which suggests that Gallagher is not going to change his vote. Mark Green, a Republican, the Homeland Chair, U.S. Representative Republican, was having a conversation with Gallagher, and Mark Green, says Olivia Beavers, walked away shaking his head. So it really looks like this is not going to pass by 1 vote, this impeachment.
Okay, it's 2:15. Still waiting for another vote.
Jake Sherman now reports that Jody Arrington is in conversation right now with Mike Gallagher at the back of the chamber. That is Mike Gallagher right there. That is Mike Gallagher. He is a Wisconsin Republican. He is the third no vote.
Mike Gallagher.
We do about two, but he is the third Republican to vote no. And looks like maybe some Republicans are trying to get him to change his vote so this impeachment can pass.
Come on, people. Come on.
Now, you got to wonder, if this doesn't pass, why did the Republicans agree to go through with the vote? Did they think it was going to pass? Did they know Gallagher was going to be
vote out? No.
A lot of shouts going on right now, you can hear.
Yeah, we're going to find out what's going on.
Is the idea, are Democrats saying like they want them to call an end to the vote? Is that what they're doing? I don't know.
Probably. We can't do that.
So I think they're saying order. So maybe the Republicans are stalling because they want to try to get Gallagher's vote changed?
Come on.
Because right now it doesn't have enough votes to pass. Stasha Morgan says gavel it. I think maybe the people yelling are people who want them to just say, look, it doesn't pass, that's the end of the vote. I mean, the clock has run out, but they're saying order. But I don't know if that's what they're yelling for. Yes, Melanie Zanona of CNN says Democrats are now screaming for order and to close the vote.
Okay, we got.
Melanie
Oh,
Zanona
wow.
says
Oh,
the Democrats
okay.
had one expected absence, Al Green, but he showed up, and that changed the map. 4. Oh, another breaking news. Breaking news. Another Republican voted no. Breaking news. There's 4 no votes among Republicans. Breaking news. Breaking news. Who switched? Who switched among Republicans? A Republican voted no. Another one. Somebody switched. A Republican from yes to no.
All right, here we go. It's official. I think this is.
On this vote,
there it is.
the yeas are 214 and the
It
nays
fails.
are 216. The resolution is not adopted.
Breaking news. It failed. The impeachment fails.
For what purpose does the gentleman from Utah seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I have a motion at the desk.
The clerk will report the motion.
Mr. Moore of Utah moves to reconsider the vote on adoption of House Resolution 863.
What? What's
The
going on
question is on
now?
the motion to reconsider. Those in
Reconsider?
favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. The ayes have it.
Mr. Speaker,
The gentleman from Utah.
Hang on.
Mr. Speaker, I request the yeas and nays.
The yeas and nays are requested. Those favoring a vote by the yeas and the nays will rise. A sufficient number having risen, the yeas and nays are ordered. Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, further proceedings on this question are postponed.
What's that
Pursuant to
mean?
Clause 8 of Rule 20, the unfinished business is the vote on the motion to suspend the rules and pass H.R. 7217, on
That's
which
it.
the yeas and nays are ordered. The clerk will report the title.
H.R. 7217, a bill making emergency supplemental appropriations to respond to the
All
attacks
right.
of Israel for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2024, and for other purposes.
Breaking news. They've moved
The
on.
question
They've
is, will
moved-
the House suspend the rules and pass the bill? Members will record their votes.
All right, they've moved on. The impeachment vote failed. The impeachment vote failed. John Bresnahan, who is one of the founders of Punchbowl News, who covers Congress, he thinks, this is what John Bresnahan posted, he said, another debacle for House Republicans, impeach resolution for Mayorkas failed. So I don't know for sure, but from what I understood, was that if the Republicans knew they didn't have the votes, if Speaker Johnson knew he didn't have the votes, he would not then he wouldn't even hold the vote. They would just not have the vote. Now, I don't know for sure, but
All right.
that was my understanding. This would be a failure if Speaker John.
All right. Boy. Well, well, I found out some breaking news. The House failed to have the votes to impeach a person that did not do his job. Wow. Wow. I am shocked. I'm shocked. It just boggles my mind that 4 Republicans, most of be the swamp, or I know 3 of them were from states that have saturated cities. I'm shocked. But I know for a fact, I want to find out, I can find out who are these 4 knuckleheads. And I'm going to put some pressure on them. Like, I'm going to find out who they are, what state they are, and I'm going to do some advertising telling them they need to vote out. I mean, really? You know the border is wide open? All right. Okay. So what's going to happen now? I'm getting ready to go back to the Z Show Cruise Fund at 6 o'clock Central. I'm going to go ahead and put that down there. The Z Show Cruise Fund. Let's see here. Oh, Steve. No, see, here's the thing. Steve Solis was not there. He is sick. That's why he was sick. He's battling cancer or something like that. He is sick. He wasn't even there. Because you have to have like 438 people. Every people were not there. He was one of them not there. Another guy, 3 of the other guys are rhinos, knuckleheads. They used to, yeah. 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 No, Steve Solis did not vote. No, he didn't vote because he was not there. Okay, we're gonna go back. I'm gonna set this up. Get ready to go ahead and do the Z Show Cruise Fund 6 o'clock. If you guys want to do a drive-by, we're gonna try to get away from the news before my blood pressure goes sky high. We got some cruise news to talk about. So let me go ahead and end this one. I'll be on at 6 o'clock because the Z Show Cruise Fund doing prime time. We're not going to talk about news. All right. All right, guys. I'll see y'all in a minute.